What is it that makes the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid an incredible SUV? Is it the spacious interior that's comfy for the whole crew? Or the capability to go off-road? Maybe it's up to 600 plus miles of range? What if it's all of that and more? What is it then? The all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid. Is it the driver behind the wheel? No. Are you sure? The all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid. So much more than just another SUV. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Okay, here we go.
Where the plays get broken down and science gets denied.
Hey, they said I got to come off the bench.
Hour 2 of Off the Bench, live from downtown Baton Rouge, starts now.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 2 of OTB. All right, so just to set up the rest of the show, we moved a couple things around. So Jeff Watson and Will Helmers will join us at 8:15 from the G team. Talk a little NIL with them. Again, at 8:15, we've got Chef Michael Johnson to answer your munchie questions at 9:15, and we'll catch up with NFL Hall of Famer Patrick Willis at 9:30. So still a lot coming your way here.
Big show.
We're going to watch a little tape, watch a little film here, but we did have a question coming in. Got this one that I wanted to throw your way. How will LSU get all of their blitz packages in when Ole Miss is going in hyperspeed? As we know, they try to get to the ball as fast as anybody in the country, and that's one of the reasons why there's a misconception of the Ole Miss offense. Everyone just assumes that because you go fast, you throw the football. Now, they'll throw the football, but they want to run it way more than they throw it.
Sure.
So, that's a part of it. But defensively, when you're as aggressive as LSU is and you're throwing all different blitzes and you're coming from everywhere, you're coming from safety, you're coming from corner cats. Certainly the linebackers are very active. The star position, Matthews, is very active. How does LSU get all of that in if Ole Miss is trying to go fast? And can you be as aggressive when they're going fast?
The answer to that question is you can't put everything in. You can't do every single look you want to do. Ole Miss likes to go fast, but they are doing a lot of get to the ball fast and then see what happens. They're going to check with me on the sideline. They're going to get the play calls. They're going to get signals. So you do have time to make some calls. But what you're doing right now throughout the week is you are hyper-focused on the communication between the linebackers and the defensive backs. You're working on your signaling. You're working on your calls. You're working in practice all week long about, okay, I got one linebacker. He's got the green dot on his head. He's getting the call. We're also signaling from the sideline, probably to the DBs. Coaches are, notorious for signaling to the corners and the safeties, and they relay it to the other guys. But you're making sure you're communicating. If you want to run a full plethora of blitz packages, it has to be communicate. Because they get to the line of scrimmage, and that's what a fast-paced offense wants to do.
Yeah.
They want to make your defenses as vanilla as possible.
Right.
They want to make it vanilla as possible, and then they also want to get a good look at what you're trying to do, and then the coach can make the check with me's or the audibles or the alerts or whatever it is instead of putting it on the quarterback's shoulders. But just because they go fast to the line of scrimmage doesn't necessarily mean they snap the ball fast. I'd like to see what their average snap on the time on the play clock is. Because a lot of times there's people rush to the line of scrimmage, but they still snap the ball with 10 to 15 seconds left on the play clock, right? So it's not necessarily – so usually you will have time to make adjustments, but the communication is paramount from between the linebacker
Yeah,
in the
and
defensive
now
line.
it is easier in college football because you got the green dot, right? Harold Perkins wearing the green
Way
dot,
easier,
and
right?
you got communication in your helmet, and so like now it falls on Perk to be able to get the call in, and you could code word a lot of your blitzes too. Hey, every word that we say that starts with this letter is going to be this blitz. It doesn't have to just be hey, corner
Hi, buddy.
cat.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, we're bringing strike, salmon safety, strike. It doesn't have to be that.
Right.
I mean, it can be something that is a code word for you. And Ole Miss, they're college students. They're not going to be able to pick up on your code words within one game.
Yep.
It's just not going to happen.
Yep.
So you can still get it done.
Right.
And you can get everything you done without having. Now, you can hand signal some if you want to. Again, college kids aren't going to pick up a ton of that. LSU hasn't had to do that because Clemson didn't go fast on the road. Every other game's been a home game, so they've been able to communicate pretty easily. So if
It'll be
you
a
handle it
challenge.
right and if you prepare right, it will be a challenge, but it won't be impossible.
It won't be impossible, but again, it's like if we're a team that doesn't go, like when you play a normal team, you can have maybe 20 different blitzes in. You go a game like this, you want to communicate, you're probably going to communicate 4 or 5, maybe 6. Now, when you get a chance to slow down, if there's a timeout on the field, then that's when you can call your exotics. But like when you're going to go into the game in a hurry-up situation when they're speeding to the ball, when they have that fastball mentality on offense, you're going to go in there with 4 or 5, maybe 6.
Right.
And then, but you exotics available, TV timeouts on the field, injury timeouts.
Yeah. I do think that LSU, and actually I'd love to ask Blake Baker this, I do think that LSU's players have the ability to get the call, and the player that's not actually blitzing has the ability to show these blitzing and move around,
Yep.
and they give them that option as long as they end up where they're supposed to. Because, like, if you're Blake Baker, you're not, hey, on this play, Wes Weeks, I want you to kind of stutter up a little bit, act like you're maybe coming, and wait, it's actually you that's going to be blitzing. I think they just do a really good job of understanding where their blitz is coming from, and it's like in the NFL we call it rock and roll, right? And it's a version of that, but I think they do that on their own, and so it's like,
And it's a practice
who
thing.
is coming?
It's not a complete ad lib. They practice that. The coaches talk about, hey, you have the freedom here to disguise or decoy, whatever you want to call it. But to your point, the defense might have a call, and against like an offense like this that goes fast, a defense might have a call. It's a pressure call.
Yeah.
And it might be, if it's a 3-by-1 set, the pressure might be completely different. It might be a weak cat. If it's a 2-by-2 set, it might be a one like an alert flip call, and it becomes a strong dog where they bring the nickel Sam and the Mike linebacker and drop the backside defensive end. So
Nickel Sam would be called Star.
no. So
Really?
no, it wouldn't.
It'd be Perkins.
Don't be dumb. Don't be dumb right now. No, it is so. But depending on the look you get, it's kind of like on offense. The offense has an either-or type situation. So like, from a real basic, if you have a route concept, one of them's good, one left side's good against single high safety, right side's good against 2 high safety, you're going to throw different routes. It's going to look like a little bit different play from the outcome depending on the defense you get. Same with defense. Depending on the look the offense shows you, the defense might look completely different. Got a little feedback here? Hot mic?
Well, I thought it was a fire alarm, so we all went, all right, we're good. We're not burning up here.
But against the Ole Miss Rebels, against these guys, you got to be careful.
The Bears, the Black Bears,
The Sharks?
the Land Sharks.
Land
Got a lot of nicknames.
Yeah, what are we doing? Like, then they don't even, like,
I don't really actually know what
they're trying to be like Auburn?
True. Big true.
So when you face a Lane Kiffin offense, he's a really good play caller, play designer, but he wants to bait you into things. He wants to do something to make you react to it and then counterpunch and react to your reaction, right?
Yeah.
So he wants you to bait. So I told you a lot that in the first half when Ole Miss played Arkansas, they ran the ball a lot. So what does that do? You got to bring an extra person into the box to control that because they had a hard time stopping a quarterback run, a basic quarterback run. So you bring people in the box. So what does that do in the second half? Taylor, go ahead and pull up this film. I'm going to show you a 3.
Taylor, to the tape.
To the tape. I'm going to show you 3 plays in a row here in this one drive. This is in the second half. I think this starts with about 8.5 minutes left in the third quarter. So what, after many, many quarterback runs, they're going to load the box. So we got a 4-wide situation. We have 5 offensive linemen. We have 1 running back. But how many people are in the box? And what I mean by in the box, in the tackle box. That'd be 6 defenders. So you got 5 to block 6. Numbers ain't great. So that's when Lane Kiffin decides, all right, they're loading the box.
Yeah.
We got some one-on-one coverage out here. So we run a simple little 2-receiver double slant action down here to the bottom. Boom. Simple, right?
Yep. It's an easy throw.
Easy throw, take a little slant. But
yeah.
this is what I'm talking about with this quarterback. He's not the most talented arm guy. Like, he completes a lot of passes, but they're not all, like, perfect passes. Like, got a little slant here, hits him in the back hip. Okay, a little thing for a quarterback. All right, next play. Same thing, same look on defense. We got a 2-by-2, exact same formation. Lane Kiffin, we're going to call the same play, but instead of running a slant, we're going to run a sluggo.
Yeah.
What is a sluggo? It's a slant and go. So sets him up.
Yeah, same coverage.
Yep, slant and go. Same coverage. Boom. Couldn't be more open. Ball behind him. Still makes a big play.
All right, so go back real quick.
Mm-hmm.
All right, right there. All right, listeners, if you're watching on YouTube, watch at the bottom of the screen and watch who throws their arms up as soon as it happens. That would be Lane Kiffin.
That would be Lane Kiffin.
He knew exactly what he did.
He knew exactly what he did because he ran the slant the play before. And look, 13 for Arkansas. Eat your ass.
Yeah, and honestly, like, with a better ball, would have a chance to make a move on that safety.
Third play in this drive. Go back to it. Not done. So we ran a slant. We ran a slant and go. And now Lane in the first half ran behind the line of scrimmage screen passes. What are we going to do now? We're going to fake it. And we're going to have an opportunity at a touchdown down the center of the field right here. But our quarterback, who I'm not real high on right now, cannot read how it's supposed to read. You're supposed to bubble screen. You're supposed to read the inside receiver first, and then to the outside. Misses a touchdown. Those are an incomplete pass. Out of bounds. So, here we go.
Tight end was big mad, too.
Big mad.
Yep. Running right down the field, wide open.
Look at Arkansas just walking around. They don't have no idea what they're doing. Anyway, there we go. Lane Kiffin will want to set you up.
He is really good.
He's a big setup guy.
It's a slow play. And a lot of time, honestly, it's a trait that a lot of coordinators say they have, but they don't. Mm-hmm. And they get so excited. You see it on every level of football. Hell, we see it in flag football that you and I coach. You get a ball play, and you're so excited, and it's a new formation, and you go out there and you run it. Mm-hmm. Why are you doing that? You didn't set anything up.
Right.
So the new formation that you think is going to trick them, how's it going to trick them when they don't know it because it's the first time you've shown it? Or whatever it might be.
Sure.
Lane does a really nice job of understanding, okay, I'm going to throw this because later on in the game, it's going to set up this. And I'll throw a 4-yard slant to be able to get a 40-yard slant later on in the game. And that's why you have to stay so disciplined. And LSU, for the most part, outside of, I would say, 2 plays this year, touchdown to Louisiana Tech and a touchdown to Florida that got called back for holding, you've been incredibly disciplined. Mm-hmm. Like, your defensive backs have done exactly whatever the coverage is asking them to do.
Yeah, and that's what's been impressive about the LSU defense to date is they're so aggressive. They fly around so much. They create so much chaos, and you can only do that. You can only feel confident doing that as a defensive coordinator if your guys on the back end are disciplined, and they have. They have shown that. So we got to be disciplined in all aspects of our defense, and I have no doubt that we can. So you got to be disciplined in the zone read game, the quarterback run game. And then you got to be disciplined and watch for the setups. Watch for behind the line of scrimmage, and just don't get complacent in what they're doing. Don't be like, all right, they keep throwing these screens. They keep throwing these screens. I'm gonna bust this one up for a tackle for a loss, and then all of a sudden you get hit with a fake screen, guy down the middle.
Blake Miller inside the chat. Did you know that no one has ever said sluggo without immediately explaining that it is a slant, then a go?
Yep,
very
that's
true.
fair.
It's
That's
very
fair.
true.
It's
So true.
It's kind of like men when they latch and they lock things down in the back of their truck with a strap.
That ain't
with a
going
toe cap.
nowhere.
That ain't going nowhere. Same thing. Yep. She ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. It's very fair.
Oh,
Just in case you didn't know that.
I'm really good at
Sluggo
using
is a
ratchet,
slant
ratchet
and a
straps.
go. Just in case.
I'm sure there's somebody out there that hadn't heard that before.
Well, no, but he's right, though. Like, immediately it's like, sluggo route. That is a slant and go. And Ole Miss is going to do it, but they're going to set it up before they do it. Great breakdown there from Matthew. All right, we'll take a break, and when we come back, Jeff Watson and Will Helmers from Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys will join us here in studio on OTB.
Off the bench.
Tommy.
Oh, Tommy!
GoTommies.com, Geaux, Tommies with a Y.com. When you go there, you will clearly see the difference for Tommy's windows, doors, and siding. Award-winning Angie Super Service Award every year since 2016. What about Best Windows in Baton Rouge in the Advocate? Who'd that go to?
Tommy.
Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. That's exactly who that went to. They are award-winning, not only in the work they do, but customer service as well. You'll love Tommy and the team. Go to the website to check out what they can do for you. That's GoTommies.com.
Yeah, if you want to work with an absolute champion of a company, go to GoTommies. Angie's List Super Service Award from 2016, 17, 18, 19. You get it. It keeps going all the way to 2025. So if you got a project happening, windows, doors, siding, if you want a lifetime warranty on that work as well, we know that you probably going to get a couple prices, talk to a couple people. Make sure that you make Tommy's one of them. GoTommies.com.
This is what a woman wants. Any man of mine better be proud of me.
2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana
I
sports.
say it fits just right when last year's dress is just a little too tight, and anything I do or say better be okay when I have a bad hair.
Welcome back in, OTB. Here on this Thursday morning. What a great time to tell you about the G team, Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. GetGordon.com is the website. Your area code in Louisiana, followed by 888-8888. Get Gordon and get it done. That's anywhere in the state of Louisiana. And we'll go around the room. Give me a random city in Louisiana. Alondra, you're up first.
No.
Yep, you're up
Come
first.
on.
Yep.
I don't know.
Any.
Crowley.
There you go.
I thought you were about to say Croatia.
Tay-Tay.
Pumpkin Center.
Croatia.
All right. Well done, Matthew.
All right, Lafouche.
There you go. Anywhere in the state of Louisiana, the G team can help you out. GetGordon.com. GetGordon.com. Speaking of the G team, we've got Jeff Watson and Will Helmers here with us. Talk a little bit about, everything. And I want to start off saying I thought about y'all in the G team the other day because right now, currently, because obviously the G team, the NIL deals, and you got Garrett Nussmeier and everything going on, and bringing players from the portal, they get NIL deals. How about this? The top 7 teams in the transfer portal rankings in college football right now are combined 27-0.
Yeah.
27-0. You have
It's not going anywhere.
that's Jeff. That's 1,000% right because no matter how you felt about it or feel about it, if you don't get on the train, I always say you'll be left at the station with your bag in hand, waving goodbye to it. And so it is something you have to do. And really, as we all know, the G team is somebody that was on the forefront of that and has been in the game as long as anybody. Certainly here in Baton Rouge.
Since the beginning, Keyshawn Booty was our first football player.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then
women's
now,
basketball.
Yeah. And
We
then
did
now,
Alexis Morris.
And at some point, it had the whole team.
Yeah.
Different
the women's
deals.
basketball team.
Yeah.
We did their entire team. We did we've done the entire gymnastics team. A lot of football players. Have some basketball players, and obviously we do a lot of baseball players too.
And that's what we were talking about with Will, I believe, last week. It's we all know that LSU baseball is, bigger here than it's going to be in most places. But I have to imagine, Will, you got friends that play for other SEC teams, and they're probably like, wait a minute, y'all got what? Y'all get all these NIL deals, and y'all get all these things just because, people like the G team understand what baseball means to Baton Rouge.
Exactly. I mean, like y'all said and alluded to, NIL is going to create championships now.
Yeah.
In programs in the SEC and in teams that can pay, they can win. You're basically paying to win now. And, LSU fans
Has
love to
Dabo
win.
called y'all at all?
Is he trying to get the G team to South
Yeah,
Carolina?
I think he's like, can y'all set up an office here in South Carolina? So Jeff, you've been kind of on the forefront, right?
Yeah, we started it with when, like I said, the Kayshawn
Yep.
kind of was our first deal.
So how has like the NIL world, like at first it was kind of the Wild West, right? Everyone's kind of like making the rules up as we went, but every year it seems to kind of tighten up a little bit, and everybody's starting to play a little bit by the same rules and everything. So how has it changed? Like what's the landscape of NIL this year compared to past years?
So now the biggest thing that you have now is revenue share, which is where the actual school is allowed to use their revenue to pay players.
Right.
Which has given more of a balance to everybody having money instead of just having these Gordons that will come in and do the third-party NIL deals. You actually have the school that can use some of their revenue and get more of a playing field. That has also created major issues in controlling NIL.
Yeah.
Because now we've made it a free labor market. And there was a federal judge that just had a decision on the San Diego State offensive lineman who wanted another year of eligibility, and he just ruled 2 days ago, and basically he does a great analysis of NCAA, you're wrong, this is a labor market.
Right.
It's just pay for play, and when you did that, you can't now control it, and you can't tell people where they can't go, what they can't do. His whole deal was, I'm missing out on NIL opportunities if you don't let me play this year, and that's the free market.
Yeah.
And so it's completely changed. Hopefully we'll get to a point where we have some collective bargaining in a union type situation.
Yeah, we talk about all the time, like we had in the NFL.
It has to come at some point, right?
Got to.
And that's what the lawsuits are. House settlement came down, and then now anyone that tries to restrict that, a lawsuit will be filed, and then changes will be made, and eventually Congress Congress and or NCAA or collective bargaining in the union, don't know how that's going to look later, but that will happen and get us into a structured environment so the NCAA can truly say, here's our sandbox. We negotiated these rules with the players.
Yeah.
If you want to play, this is our rules.
I would say, and Will, you know this better than I do, I would say baseball has been as affected as anybody because you can be drafted at a high school, and now you're getting players on campus because of NIL situations. They're like, hey, you can actually come here. You got a little safety net in this NIL because before, like, if you got offered $1 million out of high school and you didn't sign, you came to school, like you had to go.
You had to go.
Because you didn't know if you were going to come to school and be the same player.
I mean, you can get first-round money now without going to the draft.
Right.
And you get the whole college experience, and why would you not?
I think
if you're a
LSU's
good
had
player,
multiple guys like that, right?
Yeah. I mean,
and Curiel right now.
Curiel, Schmidt, you get all these guys that pile into this program that could have been, the first 3 rounds of the draft, and they're getting the same money, similar money.
Yeah.
To come play in college and experience college. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're not going on a bus ride in random DFE Indiana.
Yeah. Right. We're taking charter flights and Dixieland buses all over.
Right. Getting better at LSU. LSU's facilities are top notch, and so you're able to get better.
And having to play for the Mud Hens. I don't know where the Mud Hens are. That's just the first minor league
definitely
team.
a team.
Yeah. So Jeff, you were talking about like the this year being a revenue sharing situation. So it's tightening up the rules, and so now NIL gets to be used strictly like what it's meant to be: name, image, likeness, which is kind of what y'all are doing. It was exactly what you're doing.
We've always done it that way.
Exactly. Instead of like, here's a collective, here's this money from this company, go buy this player. Like now it's name, image, likeness. So it can be used perfectly, which is the way it should be. Right. Like a kid should be able to make money off of using his image. But I know there's also like this governing body that looks at making sure it's fair market value for that work. How is fair market value judged, and who is actually making that final determination?
So there's a committee that looks at that, and you nailed it. It's what is fair market value? L'Oreal or someone can look at your beard and say, that's the greatest I've ever seen, and I want to pay you $1 million for it. No one can come and say, no, you can't.
Yeah.
And that's the problem, is what? So what they've set up is to keep a quarterback that starts in the SEC kind of on the same level, a starting running back in the SEC, same level. But as soon as those deals get rejected, the lawsuits are going to come, and then we're going to, which is what we want. We want to get closer to structure.
Right.
And the only way that's going to happen is if Congress gets involved or lawsuits are filed. And so fair market value, they say they don't use fair market value. And then they have a definition, which is literally the definition of fair market value.
Yeah.
But they don't want to use that word. But yes, that's that's a major issue, and we already had it happen. So a lot of deals got rejected, big deals. And so the plaintiff lawyers in the House settlement came back and said, well, we're going to file a suit on this. We think you can't do that. And so they redid the rules and say, okay, collectives, you're back in play, but you got to make them do something. Sign autographs, show up at golf tournaments, make them do something. And, before it was nothing. It was just a collective giving money.
Like a Kawhi Leonard situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Exactly. That's true. All right, so whenever you're trying to, okay, we're going to have these athletes, we want them on the G team. Like, Nussmeier's probably pretty obvious. He's a quarterback of LSU. But, like, what are maybe those conversations like? Like, who's somebody that we want to work with? Because you want to make sure that you're partnering with people. Like, do you lean on somebody like Will, obviously? Like, he's not playing anymore, but he's got great relationships over there. Like, hey, tell me a little bit about this guy. Because you want to make sure you have the right people representing your company.
Exactly. We have a team, a marketing team, that Chloe and Alex, and they work on that, and they will do a scrub. And they're going to look at all the social media, and they're going to find out everything they can about them.
Right.
And then Gordon's going to interview them.
Yeah.
And he's going to sit down in front of them and going to ask them, what do you like? Tell me, and he's going to go through it all. And we kind of go through a process of players that we want. Are they available? Is it someone that we can put on the team? And that's kind of how it falls down and we get to our team.
If I was 20 years younger,
here we go.
Would you think I'd be invited to be on the G team, and how many billboards would I be on?
So
you're from Texas.
Our goal is always to
Louisiana
get the starting quarterback. And I had this conversation with Marlon Favorite whenever
hello somebody.
We did a podcast with him, and he wanted to know his NIL evaluation, and so I can do it for Matt.
Of course, Big Fave wanted to know it.
Matt would be, just like Marlon, he would be starting quarterback on a highly ranked team. He would be in the seven figures easily on his rev share plus 3 buckets. You got your rev share, your scholarship, and then your third-party NIL deals. And so LSU and NIL, they would set him up with, Canes and Jordan, and they would set him up with some third-party NIL deals. And
so you just talked about earlier, like now that it's pay for play, it's going to be hard to tell me I don't have eligibility left. So can I go back?
Wait, you redshirted. You're out. I didn't
Watch
redshirt.
those knees, big guy.
Oh, man.
I suffered through COVID year, though.
Exactly.
You were 35, I think, when that happened. So you're telling me my wife would not have had to drop out of school and get a full-time job because our scholarship check didn't cover half our rent back in 2007? Like, we'd have done okay?
Your personality, and you would have fit so many companies out there, Jacob. You would have done very well. You would have been very.
Born a little too early.
Well.
Born a little too early. It's okay, though.
Wasn't your fault.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. We're glad that, because Will, you got into the back end of it because you started college.
So I started,
NIL, right?
my sophomore year, the end of my sophomore year is when it really kind of took shape, and there were no rules, and it was a free-for-all. And so you had, all these different athletes doing whatever they wanted for whatever.
Yeah.
And so now that there's a little bit of structure to it and a little more, there's rules,
right?
That LSU has to follow, that players have to follow, that small businesses have to follow, like Gordon. And in order to pay these players, it's taking shape, and like we said earlier, it's not going anywhere. And so, get used to it.
How exciting! How exciting was it though when you were in the locker room and all of a sudden you're like, "Wait, we can do what? Like we can make money off our name, image, and likeness." Like, what was that moment like?
Well, for me, it wasn't great. I was, but for a lot of guys, that was awesome.
Yeah.
And for all athletes at LSU, because it's your name, image, and likeness, and you put it on.
And LSU does a really good job of embracing it and putting out the athletes.
Think about the LSU brand.
Yeah.
In itself, as soon as you commit and you play for LSU, you're part of that brand no matter what. And so, having the opportunity to, link yourself with that brand and your name, image, and likeness is huge.
Let me ask you this from the business owner's perspective. Like I know a lot of it is because a business owner might love the university, love the players, and want to contribute to that. But a lot of companies, they're doing it to get their company's name out there, to bring in extra revenue. I mean, I would say that's the goal for all of it. But is there analytics out there yet, because it's still so early, like what the return on investment is for business owners?
That's a great question. And
look at you.
I think aligning yourself with LSU, people have always aligned themselves with LSU and tried to, but now being able to align yourself with a player is just even more. I mean, people have a favorite player,
For sure.
and if they're deciding, am I going to go here or here, and like, ooh, I saw him doing something with, Aaron Anderson might be, his guy, or Nussmeier.
Right.
That to be able to evaluate that, it's tough. I know in our world, because our marketing, personal injury is more of the commercials and the billboards and stuff, so it's probably not our best return on investment. But Gordon's whole deal is, number one, I want to support LSU.
Yeah.
But two, I want to promote these kids and push these kids and promote these kids, and hopefully they'll get more deals. And if they go up in their name, image, and likeness, then we go up along with them. And that's kind of been our attitude and kind of the way we look at it, why we do the research that we do to make sure that we're aligning ourselves with the proper fits.
Yeah, and it is certainly appreciated. Seeing all those LSU athletes on all the different advertisement that y'all do there. Jeff, Will, we appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for coming in. We
Thank y'all for
appreciate the
having
good
us.
word.
Thanks for having us.
All right, more OTB reminder. We do have NFL Hall of Famer Patrick Willis joining us in about an hour from now, so stay locked in for that. We'll be back with more Off the Bench.
Off the bench.
All right, go to Russell Pool Company. That is the website for Russell Pools. Remember, man, that is custom. Whatever you are looking for, your dream pool in your backyard, in your space, maybe it's at your business, whatever it might be, Russell Pool Company can get that done. They are the one-stop shop. They're going to be there from the beginning. They're also going to be there afterwards with the maintenance portion of it. So go to their website today. That is russellpools.com.
That's right, Russell Pool Company. When you think of high-quality custom pools here in Louisiana, Russell Pools should be the name you think of. So give them a call. They got new leadership, but they've been doing it for a long, long time. Chris Sanderson and the gang, they are doing a great job. So if you want to build a lazy river, if you want a little grotto, if you want some fire, can I get a hot tub, somebody? Whatever it is, turn your dream into reality. They got 2 landscape architects right there on staff. So whatever you can dream up, they can do it right there within the scope of their work. You don't have to go look for an outside architect. They can do it right there. So you got that custom pool in mind, go to russellpools.com.
I knew the stakes were high right from the start. When she dealt the cards, I bet my heart. Now I just found a game that I can't play.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
And my heart is sinking like the setting sun. Setting on the face.
Matthew, how
Hey,
did
what's
that
up?
feel? Somebody telling you would have made 7 figures in college. You would have had 2 iPhones on your belt loop if that was the case, not just one.
I would have had just a bigger belt loop. I was flattered.
That'd have been fun.
Oh, man. Somebody said I would have made a ton by in the
Yeah, Bilbo, you're right. The amount of Tyrann Mathieu missed out on the Honey Badger shirts that just Bengals and Bandits alone would have sold is insane.
Flynn would be raking in the dough from the no-show ankle socks endorsement.
I wear no-show ankle socks. It's our age. I get it. I know it's our age.
Check this out. These aren't no-shows.
These are.
These are
Wait.
I wear no shows.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, you're an old soul.
These are
Have
Darth
no
Vader
show
socks.
like black.
Yeah, both of
ones
you are
on.
kind of. I got black no-show. What's wrong with no-show? I ain't wearing a mid-calf sock. What am I? The basic creative player on NCAA?
Yeah, I wear no shows all the
I'm
time.
wearing
That's-
I
that.
wear no-shows.
That's
Why
the
do I
only
want
thing
my
wear.
socks
Yeah.
out?
Hey, why do I work these calves out? Not to
Right.
hide them. You don't hide that light under a bushel.
No, I don't like when my socks.
It is weird. Right? But it was the first time I heard it, like probably 2-3 months ago. Someone saying you're really showing your age with those no-shows.
Yeah.
Wait,
All right,
why
then.
are people showing their socks?
I gotta
It's-
be honest. I don't know who told you that. Everybody my age wears no-show socks.
Everybody,
I don't
though.
know anybody who doesn't.
Everybody 20 and under, mid-calf.
That's so weird.
It's like
I guess like in
feel
high
it started
school,
in like the
we used to
CrossFit
wear like
community, right?
the Nike Elites, I mean, I guess.
Nike Elite
Yeah.
socks. Yeah.
I guess sometimes I wear long socks, but like usually I wear no shows.
I don't think I've.
If
I
I'm
don't know
working out, like maybe I'll.
I wear like if I'm wearing a suit.
Yeah.
Right. That's,
dress
that's what I
sock.
was supposed to say. The only
Yeah.
long socks I own are dress socks.
Yeah.
So growing up, it was like, mid-calf gold toes.
The gold
The
toes.
mid-calf gold toe socks.
You buy them in a bag at J.C. Penney.
You got like
Get 20
39
of 'em.
socks in one bag. And then when the only no shows were like golf socks, and they had like the rolled up like little thing on the back
You
heel.
pull it up.
And then when they started to become popular, the no shows, it was life altering.
Yeah.
It was a game changer. So
why do I
don't you
wanna
take
wear-
that away from us?
Yeah. Why do I want to wear Vans with like my socks peeking out?
Yeah, that
You
makes
know?
no sense.
Yeah.
It's a bad look.
Well, I feel
Not the
like this looks
Vans.
good. I got my high tops with my socks.
Look at him.
Look at
Thick
these.
God,
ankles.
look at those.
Look at that clear
fat-ass
definition.
ankles.
Look at that clear definition. You can clearly see where the calf starts and the ankle
ankle.
stops.
Wait, you're
And
not
ankle
even
studs.
wearing no shows.
Yeah, you're not.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not wearing
Yeah.
them today.
But
I'm
that's
lifting my leg
why
up
are they
3
even
times.
talking about it?
Yeah.
Then?
So if you're not really in the game, I only wear no shows.
Well,
you're kind of
so
a poser.
If I wear high tops, I wear higher socks. Makes sense? Makes sense to me. If I wear low shoes, I wear no shows.
Dude, it's weird. These little black no shows I'm wearing, I wear those with my boots. Like this is
That's
the only
weird.
thing.
yeah,
I
me
wear.
too. I
It's
wear
the only thing
even when
I
I'm
wear.
I
wearing
can't do it.
even
I
when
can't
I'm
do
wearing
that.
boots, I wear.
Yeah, I can't.
Can't do
shows.
it. Maybe my ankles are too big. It just rubs up against them.
Yeah.
But
Maybe
Minus,
mine
got-
does.
minus,
that might be
minus
it.
the maybe.
I don't want that skin to shoe friction.
I won't say that I have like full
Start
on.
a fire with those ankles.
Right. I wouldn't say I have full on cankles, but my ankles can be a little thick. Like I am borderline.
I'm not saying they're
I'm not
cankles,
saying
they're cankles.
but
I
I
got
cannot
borderline
confirm or
cankles.
deny.
I could see Matt wearing boots, like reaching down. What's the problem? These boots are giving me rug burn.
They do.
I need Gold Bond for my ankles.
Right.
little Desitin, little chafe down there, Bob.
Jub rub.
Oh my gosh,
That's good, clean fun.
good
Yeah.
clean fun.
Good, clean fun. Anywho, what's happening in sports this weekend?
I'll tell you in a little
So
bit
much.
after I tell you about LSU Snacks, the
Oh,
officially licensed snack of the Tigers. Every bite supports LSU athletes, so you can cheer on the Tigers while enjoying great taste. Try the Win Bar, a blend of crunchy granola, wholesome almonds, and chocolate chips, packed with protein and lower in sugar. Or, Matthew, you can grab the Win Bites, gluten-free bite-sized chocolate chip cookies with the perfect crunch. Find LSU Snacks now at Rouse's, or you can order them online at lsusnacks.com. LSU Snacks, where every bite supports LSU. Go Tigers. By the way, if you're going to Rouse's on Burbank, I know where they're at. They're right by the checkout counter. We saw those last week. We'll be there, by the way.
Oh, we did see
on
those.
Friday. We did. What's going on in sports this weekend is a lot.
Ooh, lots going on.
I don't know what's going to be the game of the week, but damn it, one of these games better live up to what I think it's going to be. I think the leader in the clubhouse to live up to it would be the obvious 3 versus 6, Penn State versus Oregon in a whiteout situation in Happy Valley. I think both those teams are good. I don't know if they're great, and maybe we'll find out if one of them is great on Saturday. So that one's hard to get away from for me. That's a big one. It's a big boy. Like it's 3 versus 6, but it very easily could be 2 versus 3 or 2 versus 4. Like there's not a lot of difference in the top 6 teams.
It's not ranked on rank, but I think A&M Auburn's going to be a really good game.
It's College Station.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 2:30, so it's head to head with LSU Ole Miss, so we won't be watching a ton of it, but that's got a chance to be a really good one.
Where's
I
game
can
day?
see that game being clunky.
Game day.
A&M Auburn.
And how are they not at Ole Miss? Oregon, Penn State.
Oh yeah, Oregon, Penn State. Yeah. It's 3 versus 6. I wonder if they'll go.
Oh, we got Alabama.
Tallahassee.
We got Alabama,
Alabama,
Georgia.
Georgia.
Forgot
like
about
we
that,
get this.
6:30.
We a lot of answers in that game.
Answers,
coming
but
too.
I'm not that intrigued by it.
Really?
No, it's not really doing much for me.
For what reason? And that's not rhetorical.
Just honestly, Alabama itself is not doing a lot for me this season. I know they're ranked number 17, but it doesn't have like the physicality and just like the excitement that it used to have. And
Bauer's got no juice
he's
to
just
him.
like
huh?
so
Got
like
nothing for you.
soft to me. I don't know. Like I don't really know if he is or not, but the vibe that he gives me, I'm not intrigued by Alabama.
I kind of understand what you're saying. The only thing to Matt's point that would intrigue me with this game
Yeah.
is to see where Alabama is, because it's so funny how this works, and it happens all the time. Certainly in our business, we overreact to everything.
Yeah.
So they lose to Florida State, and we're like, done. And then Matt does the
And
Bama's birding, and like
too,
everybody
yeah.
right, and so like everybody kind of piled on, and then they go beat ULM, Louisiana Monroe, 73-0. Look, ULM's actually much better this year, but Alabama's always going to win that game, and they had a point to prove in that game. They were going to try to score as many as they could. Well, then they come back and they beat Wisconsin 38-14, and we're like, oh man, they beat a Big Ten team. Wisconsin's terrible.
Yeah.
Wisconsin's a bad football team.
Yeah.
So it's like we were high, then we got real low, and then we got high again. It's like, should we be that high, or should we be somewhere in the middle? I think we should be somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
But to your point, Alondra, like there's not a lot of intrigue into the game outside of where is Alabama for me.
Yeah.
Because I think it's going to be a little boring.
Right. I just think that like Matt said, and like you just said, we're going to get answers about who Alabama is from this game. But them, like, I'm just not into it. But Georgia is always fun to watch. So like that part of it, sure. But I'm just like,
Because that's been kryptonite, I guess, a little bit for Kirby. He's only beaten Bama once.
Yeah.
And that's my thing. I think this is going to tell us who Georgia is.
It's at Georgia, correct?
I kind of think we know.
so, too.
I kind of think we know who Alabama is. They're a team that's going to beat up on the small ones. And again, I understand they didn't play well against Florida. Ty Simpson, 5 incompletions in 2 games. It's hard to do against anybody. But again, look at the competition. But Georgia has not been able to get over the Alabama hump for whatever reason. They did one time under Kirby. Outside of that, he's struggled against Bama. Like, this is going to tell us a lot about Georgia.
What's the line on this?
To your point, Alondra, like the lack of juice coming from the Alabama program right now, for whatever reason, right or wrong, that's how we feel about it. I hadn't watched a snap of Alabama football all year.
I mean, I watched
and I watch a
Florida
lot.
State a little,
Like I
but-
told you, I got 5 games going on at once
Yeah.
on Saturdays.
When
The
Alabama's
line is UGA -3.5. The 52.5.
So almost a
52.5
pick 'em
is-
since it's in Athens.
Yeah.
I mean, getting the home bump.
DeBoer almost looks depressed, like borderline tears whenever they're losing.
Sad.
It's
Really
like
sad.
it's like there's not a lot of juice from him, and I think he's a good coach, but there is just something missing about it. But I'm actually intrigued just because of the Georgia aspect. Like, I think they're really good, and again, how good is Alabama? But if they could at least get over that hump, I think that tells us a lot about them.
I think we just talked ourselves into being excited about a game that we weren't that excited about.
Look at us.
Let's go.
Who would have thought?
Not me.
Not I.
Now, I don't know how much of it I'm going to watch. I have more
It's the night
intrigue.
game. Well,
Right.
you can't
Well,
watch it.
It is, but it goes up against
I'll be in the
Oregon,
air.
Penn State.
You'll
Oh,
be in the air.
I'll be watching on the plane. That is always fun. After LSU wins, it is always fun to watch whatever the game of the week is if you have like the 2:30 game. So I'll be watching it in the air. That's not a quick, or sorry, it is a quick. It's not a long plane ride, but I'll watch it in the air.
Do we think Gunnar Stockton is an elite quarterback in the
No.
SEC?
I think he's a good. I think
Not
he's
yet.
solid. I think
Not
he's a
yet.
solid
He's a
quarterback.
solid. He's a solid 8.
7.
He's a 7.
He's 7.
Good.
And if the lights are off at the bar, it's 2:30. He might be an 8.
Some beer goggles.
Just saying. On that note, we'll take a break. We've got Chef Michael Johnson joining us at 9:15. We've got NFL Hall of Famer, former Ole Miss Rebel Patrick Willis at 9:30. Stay locked in here. It is OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to GCOPnet.com, GCOPnet.com, Gulf Coast Office Products. And if you right now are at a business that, look, when you need a document printed, like you have to have it. It is everything to your company to make sure that you have all of your printer system working and making sure it's working efficiently and getting, it done. Like we're talking about a law office or a university, or you work in finance or you work at a bank, like whatever the situation might be, you know what I'm talking about. And so when you get in contact with them, like you're going to talk to the person that's going to actually help you, not transfer you, not a robot, the person that's going to help you. And that's why they're trusted by LSU, the Saints, the Pelicans, the Raging Cajuns, really everyone in Louisiana. GCOPnet.com.
That's right. Gulf Coast Office Products. They are Louisiana's leader in printing and copying. Your leading source for multifunction office machines that can copy, scan, print, fax, move documents, whatever it is. So if you need to fix or help your office, go to GCOPnet.com.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. It is OTB here on this Thursday morning. Talked about a couple of the games going on across the college football landscape in the last segment. 2 sleepy games, sleeping, going under the radar a little bit on Friday. Tay mentioned, I think it was Tay, TCU and Arizona State. That's gonna be a fun game. I think TCU is actually really, really good. Now,
everybody's favorite Furry has 11 touchdowns, only 2 picks.
Very good.
Any Furry updates from him?
It wasn't. I don't think it was true, unfortunately.
Got 1,000 yards on the year already. Arizona State, I think, lost to a Mississippi State team that's going to prove that they're actually a good football team.
Jeff Levy.
Yeah. Then you got Florida State traveling to UVA. Now, Virginia's 3-1. They should be 4-0. Chandler Morris missed a wide open guy in the last drive of the game. If he throws it, they score, they win. They should be 4-0. They're 3-1 though, and Chandler Morris has thrown for over 1,000 yards already in this season. Florida State's only a 6.5-point favorite. Those are 2 ranked teams going on the road against teams that are very dangerous for them. So we get a little bit of action on a Friday night.
I like that TCU Arizona State game.
It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be on Fox.
Levitt versus Hoover. I mean, that's a big time.
It's going to be a fun one. All right, we got a fun hour number 3 coming your way here on OTB.
Off the Bench.
All right, go to campusfederal.org. Go to the website today to see which checking account is for you. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go to the website and check out that information because we're all in different spots, right? We all have different needs when it comes to what checking account we need, what is best for us. And they've got multiple options for you. So when you go to the website, check out the one that's going to be able to help you the most. You can open an account. Like on the website, you can apply for a loan. You can buy a car. You can buy a home. You can do everything right there on this website. In Shreveport, in Baton Rouge, in New Orleans, they have been serving Louisiana for over 85 years. Go to the website today. Again, that website is campusfederal.org.
That's right. Campus Federal is part of Louisiana, serving for a long, long time with the same focus today as day one, which is putting Louisiana members first. So you want to stop by any Campus Federal branch today to get an account started or visit campusfederal.org.